Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. I'm here yet again. Thank you for being consistent with my content. I'm very thankful that I have no new word to express my thankfulness and my happiness for you to proceed and watch me again and again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May the Almighty supernatural being above us give you longer life, give you whatever resources you require to watch my videos and my content. And wherever I go astray, please comment so that I may, if it is within my control, correct my mistake. I'm saying that because some mistakes are natural, that controlling them becomes a nightmare. But I love you because you have been consistent. If you are new, please watch, subscribe, comment and share so that we may move further. And as you are watching this, or you have come across this video and yet you have got no account, I'm requesting you and I'm encouraging you to open your account so that we view each and everyone's content on the YouTube platform. There is also TikTok, there is also Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Whatever it's there, please try your luck and try your level best. Don't hold your whatever you know in your head and wait to rot with it without informing the universe of whatever you think. Because as we talk, information is the formation. And you know what formation is. There is formation of government, formation of rocks, formation of Rift Valley, formation of resistance, formation of religion. It is through information that things are being formed. We have so many formations. So you can as well call me Maini na tumaini iko. Tuko na maini na bado tuko na tumaini. I know now you are getting the rhyme scheme. Maini na tumaini. So that's also, I like that name because it gives me hope. Maini, I still have hope. And also I have my liver. So it is that, good friends. That's the introduction of today. Today I just want to talk about everything you and me knows. I may talk on certain occurrences which may touch people or habitat within a certain region, mark of the continent or country or something, even regional area. But it may affect you also in one way or the other. I want to talk about contemporary society and the trending issues now. First of them, as per things are going now, there's a lot of hot weather, hot climate. And indeed, it is not only hot climate, it's also hot economy. There is an issue which touches me very mostly, and I must talk about it. When someone says that he may not, or an institution says that it may not reduce a price of a certain basic commodity, that the institution is looking for a long-term solution to bring the price of basic commodity down. So my worrying question is, as the institution works for long-term resolution or long-term solution to the basic commodities price rocketing, will the inhabitant of such region reach such a time with that hardship until now the price will go down? I think if they are making such moves, they also must have measures for the current situation. I don't like politics, but this one is something which touches me directly, because I use basic commodity for me to have power and good insight and good mind. I must have something on my stomach. So the government says that it may not control, the price of maize flour may not go down. Until now they are looking for further, for long-term solution to bring the prices down. Really, really, really. I've seen that news and I felt weaker. I was weak before, but now I felt more weak, because as a people, or English call it layman or common man, we mostly depend on maize flour. Some of us cannot go for a day without consuming maize flour. But it is so sad now when you go to the shops, it is about 200 shillings again, like it was used to be previously. So I may not complain, because on my view, I've ever noticed that political system is not the ideal governing system. I've always believed in that. Whether you think that person you are looking for is the best, no, that person is not the best, because in these our third world countries, the laws are still weak. The laws are there, but they are weak to put in place the conduct of an individual in power at that time. So politicians in third world country are there to squander, to take and make themselves filthy rich, and get laws in place to protect them first before looking back to people they serve. Because even the government, so-called government in power, emphasized and promised people that the price of maize flour would be considered in their agenda. Within 100 days, it will go back to 100 shillings. That was a promise to people. Now the promise, or the promise, has turned out to be a compromise. Promise has turned out to be a compromise. So that is it. Now what can we do? What can we do? What can you do? I'm not blaming the government, because they are not the one who brought in the drought, so that there will be no maize in our farms, so that the price may rocket. But I think they have at least a little hand, a quarter hand in it, that they can control the tax part of it and make sure that the prices in shops are regularized. I love the former president. People called him dictator. He would announce that the price of a basic commodity, milk or bread or maize flour, would be such a price. And immediately it took effect. But I don't know nowadays what is happening. A whole leader of the nation standing and saying that the price of basic commodity may not go down, and they are looking for long-term solution to the problem. I'm not judging, and I'm also not emotional on this. I'm only looking at it at a free-minded level. I'm looking at it on my side of view and on the side of the view of the person talking, representing the institution called government. But I'm also not blaming them, because in my since childhood I've ever believed that political system is not an ideal leadership system which may help the world move ahead, unless in first world countries where there's laws in place, and the laws, I don't know what put the laws work for them, but I think in third world country we view it as a miracle of their laws working to be put in place and working for them. I don't want to go deep, because that maize flour was there, and basic commodities that they have rocketed. I know the economy is growing, going ahead. Even the price, even the budget of a country proceeds to escalate. But I think it will be escalating in a fair interval or sequence. Then we won't have a problem. We don't see how cooking flour or cooking oil may rise just from 100 to 200 at once, and it never goes back. You see, if you want to function for the common man or common mwananchi, calling yourself hustler, then I think you should know the meaning of hustler and know what hustlers go through. People struggle to eat each and every day, and eating involves that basic commodities. So may this almighty supernatural being do whatever it takes to control the situation. Maybe things goes as planned. Cannot say that the government should do or consider that. I know they may not consider if it's not their time to consider. But there are things in my mind. I have to talk, because is there freedom of speech? Yes. So that one is one. I'll go again to sexual misconduct. Sexual misconduct, they are in three areas. There is sexual exploitation, there is sexual abuse, there is sexual harassment. Sexual exploitation is to entice somebody, doesn't matter what age. Or let me describe sexual misconduct is having sex with a wrong partner at a wrong place with a wrong reason or a wrong intention at a wrong time, and everything is just doing having an intercourse or penetrating one another with all wrong situation, wrong timing, everything is wrong. Having an intercourse or penetrating an opposite sex or even the same sex without them welcoming you, unwelcomed conjugal right. I think now that's the very good definition. It's unwelcome conjugal action. So there is sexual exploitation. That one is use of power and money to lure people and use them sexually. Maybe you have a little money, just give it to a lady or a man, doesn't matter, opposite sex, to make them come into your company for you to use them sexually. Sexual abuse is to take someone with a younger age and a younger knowledge and less of exposure than you and using them sexually, especially when they're underage. Sexual harassment is the use of threats like knife and power and harsh words of trying even to kill someone so that you can have sex with them. So that's how it's work, and it has been going on throughout our society. So it has been going on, and some people take it as normal, but it's not normal because people don't know the boundary when now it becomes sexual misconduct. Because even our ladies say only those people who work hard towards them is those who get them. So you may not know whether you are doing now a sex misconduct, because if you tell a lady you love her, then she absconds or she goes away, then you follow again, that one, in her view, it may become sexual harassment. Even the way you look at someone, be careful how you look at somebody. It can be sexual harassment or whatever you say. Even if a little someone looks for you and want some gain from you and you use sexual means to come to you, please be careful. Factors which accelerate or may make availability of sexual misconduct are lifestyle, religion, and culture. There are three items. If you have pure religion and you are practicing pure religion, I think people will be faithful and people will be very thoughtful on whatever their moves they are doing. Religion tells us to be faithful and don't, even in 10 Commandments, that we may not be tempted to desire whatever are not ours. I think if you're a good person of religion, even if you're doing sexual misconduct, you just know you are on the wrong. Religion also tells us that we should know how to handle others with care, or tells us that we should be caring for others. We should be caring for others without considering them paying us back. That's what religion teaches us. Then if we look at culture, some cultures you consider on our earlier days, ladies were being married on a younger age, like 14 years or 12 years. So this one, they view it as normal, but as time grew and education system came by, it became illicit and it became a misconduct. But some cultures still practice even female circumcision, and after doing circumcision, after doing circumcision, you just know that they still continue with their culture and some ladies may be going through that silently. So that factor of culture may also accelerate existence of sexual misconduct. Another one, which is fourth, I never mentioned it earlier, is rejection. Some men or ladies fear rejection. Maybe they never utilized their time when they were younger well, so the time is running by, and they think under pressure to do something at their moment, because if it is not now, it is never. So they fear being rejected in the society, so they have to do something. Or some men fear rejection after them being rejected by few ladies. Now they become fearful to approach their standards, so they want to abuse people on younger age. They want to use their position of power and money so that to exploit the other people who are less advantaged, because they have tried the correct approach, but it has never worked for them. They are being rejected by few ladies, so they think ladies are just like that, so they have to look for other means, like harassing, abusing, and exploiting. So that leads me to look at another news which came by. It was about LGBTQ. LGBTQ. Now you are happy that you won a court case on the Supreme Court, that you are now being legally functional in the region. I don't deny that. You see, it's a world where we no longer need truth, but we need facts. Facts are what are the driving world. The truth is now useless, is no more. It's now people only deal with facts. I may not be judgmental, and I'm saying very well that I'm not even emotional on this. I don't want to even talk side. But we should be reasonate while handling such issues. I've heard through my life that there are people who are born like they are men, and their inside seems that they behave like women. There are also ladies who are born ladies, but they behave like men. They are there since time memorial. I know it is difficult to cope up with the situation where you are not. You are you, but you are not. But I don't know whether now putting a law in place to now accept that men and men shall or should marry, and women should and shall marry. It has worked in overseas, abroad, in Western life. And now this is third world life. In our religion, it is even a taboo to talk about it the way I'm talking about it. But being that I've been impregnated by some facts, partially, I have to talk about it, though I know the truth that it is not the right thing for our culture as per now. So you have won a court case now that is accepting you to be legally make your interest on any creation irrespective of the gender. I may not advise on this because it is too huge to advise about it, because I will be partial. But I think in this area we should be as reasonate as animals, because animals mate for one reason, to give offspring. But as for human, we made for pleasure. So this pleasure has brought in so many issues that contradict the upright of the society. You see, pleasure, God knew that human being was so lazy that if there was no pleasure in mating, they would not have done it, even though it was only the way they could get their offspring. So God put some flavor on the game to encourage them to fill the earth. So in the process of God trying to encourage them to fill the earth, they found other avenues to disrespect the way the supernatural being view the idea. So that's how they came up with the idea of sodoming and Gomorrahing. It started long ago, the times of sodoming and Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah. So they have gone to the extent of diverting the will. Human beings have got their mind, IQ, not like animals, but they use it wrongly. That's how they even end up consuming smokes, consuming alcohol. And if you sit down and then start discussing the advantages of alcohol and disadvantages, then as a sane human, just going back to a sane human which was given the same brain, I think you could stop using them when you are using them. So through this pleasure, human beings tried it with the same gender and found it that it can be done. But my big question is, who has what is doing it to who has what? It has been disturbing. So the institution with the longer name LGBTQ, 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 I'm not criticizing you, but I think you are not the first one. It started long ago. You are just proceeding on whatever it started. And even I empathize with my lawyers also, because they have taken the oath of their officers, so they were also impregnated by their education, that they have left their self aside. They have now put on the clothes of their education, which has naked their real self. Education, in our language, eduk, is being naked. So they have educated them real self to put on the education system, which is full of facts. So they are considering facts than truth to please the ways of the world. Congratulations, my lawyers in the Supreme Court. I'm not judgmental, I'm not emotional about this, but think about it. When animals only knows mating is for offspring, what about we sensible and high IQ human beings who knows to do everything and can talk and communicate and decide, make decision on how things can be done? I'm worried. But this is Earth. I'm not against anybody. I'm not taking any stand. But I'm surprised with the situation. LGBTQ, I don't know, and I don't even, I'm surprised on whatever Chiloba went through, being killed by a fellow male because of a fellow male. It is so sad, and I can't talk more than that. It is saddening. So may the supernatural being and our fate control us to the best direction and destiny that we may reach. But remember, this is the world where there is sanity to the best level and insanity to the extreme level. This is the world where everything can happen, and everything also may not happen. So it was just a story time. But remember, leaders like Martin Luther King, who was sniped at his hotel room, they are very rare nowadays. So that's it for the day. May you do well. I'm praying for everyone that may life easy, or may life not easy, but may the supernatural being provide us with extra knowledge, extra wisdom, and extra power to navigate through the life which becomes sophisticated each and every time, so that we move ahead as common mwananchi. I think that one will be best. Thank you and welcome again. Maini bado iko na tumaini bado iko. I think all will be well as planned, and we will win our fight. Thank you and welcome. Please subscribe, comment, share after watching. Then our work will proceed. If you're just passing through videos without an account in YouTube, please open your account. Start giving us content. So we share, we watch, then we comment the same. Thank you and welcome again. Bye-bye. Bye.